Alright, hello and welcome back, dudes and dudettes, to my first ever game review video. This gift was gifted to me in an email to my YouTube email by MadGoat Studio. Was super cool of them to go ahead and, kind of in a way sponsor this video. They gave me the Steam key for it. I got it on the 27th. I just haven't had time to get to it till right about now, which is on the first New Year's Day, go figure. But I really wanted to cover this because it's an awesome game. My first impressions of it are very nice. It looks great. I'm very impressed with it, to be honest. I mean, the loading screen alone, as you can see right here, the beginning screen, looks really good. Obviously, the game's called Northern Lights. It is a one-player, single-player survival game right now, with your objective being to get off the island. However, they are going to also include co-op at some point in the future, so go ahead and keep looking forward to that. It's going to be kind of a cool little feature they're coming up with. I'm really looking forward to it. They've come up with a couple big updates, which is why they wanted me to showcase it, as well as a couple other YouTubers. So go ahead and check around, see what you think. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and delve into this. It's going to be, right here as you can see, we got single player and co-op. Co-op, you work together with your friends to survive and explore and fight your way through the harsh Arctic conditions. Enjoy this experience with up to 4 teammates that will accompany you throughout your journey. It is coming soon. It's not quite implemented yet. As you do know, coming out with that is a bit harder. We have our first difficulty is resourceful. I want to say it's like the normal of the game. I believe you have peaceful next to. You can pause it here if you want. So we got Wanderer. You can kind of pause it and check out what these say. Wanderer is like the easy mode. Resourceful is like normal. You got Survival, which is like hard. And then you go up to the next one, which is going to be called Prey. As you're going to see me click on here in just a second. As you can see, Prey is going to be that really struggle for those of you who like it. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. And let's go ahead and delve into it and see what we got. Alright. September 13th, Northern Siberia. Loading screen's a little long. I wanted to cut that out. If I have any complaints at all right now, it's just the loading screen's a wee bit long for my taste personally. But as you can see, nice looking winter environment. Looks really nice and beautiful. I did find out the snow-covered rocks you can't pick up. As you can see here, map, with M. In order to navigate through the Arctic wastelands, you have to make sure you have a map and compass. The map can be accessed with M. Start of the game is incomplete. So you're going to have an incomplete map that you're going to have to fill out. I haven't figured it out yet. Like I said, it is just the first impression to kind of see. Inventory, tab for your inventory, kind of like any other game, which is really nice. I noticed there's a lot of similarities between this and Green Hell. With inventory, as you can see, it looks a lot similar to Green Hell, which I kind of like because it gives me that familiarity with the system, and I really enjoy that. There's a couple differences, of course, to make it its own game, but otherwise, it's really cool. As you can see here, I was telling myself I need to go north to go inland. I went south, but we're gonna come up and pick up some sticks and whatnot. And then we're going to go ahead and go and keep going until we get to the ocean, which I'm going to skip through until we get to there, so be right back in just a sec. So I do apologize, I kind of lied. I wanted to bring you up to where we first find our stones that we can pick up. The ones that are not snow-covered are the stones you can pick up for your stuff. Crafting, I'm going to showcase a little bit later. I didn't quite figure it out until later. I was trying to figure it out, as you can see right here, and I was having some troubles with it, but it turns out you got to go to your journal. There is no like little crafting table like rock thing like in Green Hell or anything. Like you actually have to go to your journal, which is you can see up in this top part right here where it shows my backpack, map, and journal. You're gonna have to click on that, which I'll go over more near the end of the video. But that's gonna be how you're gonna craft basically in this game. So it's a little interesting, but it's not hard to figure out, which is really good. I like that. Most survival games, you kind of just get dropped in and you gotta figure it out. I mean, that's what we love about survival games, am I right? But as you can see, I'm picking up some rocks and stuff, and I mean, it's just a beautiful looking game. I mean, the ocean is just massive. I mean, look at that. Like, it is, you gotta find a way to escape this, and it definitely, when you're looking out at the ocean, gives you that, I am stuck here, stuck, like, why I'm in trouble, like, uh-oh, I'm definitely here for the long haul now, because, like, now I do have to figure out a way off. Like, am I going to fly off or what? It does, as you can see, I came up with some plants. They're called flora. Right there, I found a mushroom. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Beginning, first impression, I wanted to show you all everything. Obviously, you can chop down firewood and whatnot. I start chowing down on everything known to man. I mean, like, I eat everything. I wanted to try everything. You're not going to fill up your journal unless you start eating. So, there'll be a couple of points in here where you're see me just start chomp down. I'm going to pick up floral plants, like I'm going to pick up some flowers. I'm going to pick up some mushrooms. And I'm just going to shove them in my mouth and see what they do. Like, that, you're going to see me get food poisoning. You're going to see me get, what was the other one? Food poisoning. And something else. There was another thing I got. I'm also gonna. You're also gonna suffer from. I'm also gonna suffer from hypothermia. Unfortunately, it does happen, so you gotta be careful of that too. You're gonna have to stay warm. You're gonna see later in the video. I'm gonna go in a house trying to hope to avoid it. However, cold house without heat is still cold. Nothing you can do about that. But I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys back when I get closer to another objectivable point that I can show you what's going on, so just one moment. Alright, so I said an objectivable point, but to be honest, I mean where I start testing stuff. So as you can see, I'm looking at the mushrooms and the plants, and it says unknowns. So I'm going to go start chowing down. As you can see, there is a decay timer like you'd see in Green Hell. That was food poisoning. I don't even care. I'm just trying it all out. You can see I'm gaining some hunger, some energy. I believe some of these actually gave me some sanity as well. As you can see, it kind of, fills out more. It's hydration calories, poisonous, unknown, and then that last one I couldn't read. If you want, you could pause it real quick and check. But as you can see, I am just kind of devouring everything. I want to know everything that happens. As you can see, body temperature means, we gotta watch out for our body getting cold. Otherwise, we're gonna start suffering the effects of hypothermia. So another aspect of this game to watch out for is going to be hypothermia, hunger, sanity. Yes, sanity is a thing. It's a little different than Green Hell sanity, but you still talk to yourself in the worst possible way. Like, you are very rude to yourself, let's be honest. Like, you are not very pleasant to yourself. Funny enough. But I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys back when I get to another further part. I just wanted to kind of go over that with you all, so just be right back. And as you can see here, dudes and dudettes, I have come across a sign. I was going to do a cut transition because I found the road relatively quickly. However, I followed the road to the left and found the sign, and now I'm currently going towards the cabins. Just kind of, I was thinking, easy landmark, kind of figure out what's going on. And, I mean, what else am I going to do? I'm trying to survive. Obviously, the landscape is just absolutely beautiful. I mean, like, the mountains look fantastic. The game, I've noticed, has a little bit of, when I'm playing it, I'm not really noticing it in the video recording, but it has and when I'm playing it has a little cutting, or like a little screen tear. It might be my graphics card. It also could be the fact that I wasn't playing at full screen at first. If you're having that kind of issue, I'd recommend turning your graphics down one notch. Mine was able to start it off on high. I do stay with it for the entire recording, well, / both recordings that I'm putting into one. But, it's just a beautiful game. Like, it looks genuinely good. I'm playing at, I want to say 2K. But it's probably going to come up for y'all as like a 4K video. It's not really true 4K. But it's super nice. Like, if you're watching it on the 4K, I hope you're enjoying it. 1080, I hope it's still pretty good. As you can see here, there's now a snow flurry going on in the background. It's going to cut down our visibility a little bit. I'm going to keep following this path. The cool thing about this is I'm actually going to run into some, like, mooses. I think it's just moose. I think it's a singularity. But it's cool because, like, in the second part, near the end of the video, I'm going to show you, like, you can actually fight them, and they will fight back. They don't just run away. They're not afraid of you. Like, they're like, bring it on. But yeah, no, it's super cool because, like, in the distance, I'm going to find a moose, and he's going to look like, it's just going to look really cool with the snow flurry going on, and him in the background. Like, it's really cool. Like, this game is beautiful already, but then you got that little bit of animal life out in the distance. Like, it kind of sells at home more. Like, if you're out here in the real Arctic environment, you're going to see stuff like that. Like, it's super incredible, and I actually fell in love with this game so far. I definitely want to dive my teeth into it more. I just got to find the time to. Right now it is on sale currently until January 5th, so I apologize. I'm only giving you guys like 3 days to go pick it up, on sale for $13.99, I believe. Otherwise it goes up to $19.99. As you can see off to my left, We got a moose right there just chilling, you know. He's kind of out in the distance, but it kind of makes him look cool coming up on this road. I like how they did this. They kind of made it look like, you know, they just came through and plowed through. Like, they definitely just, they were going, they had an idea of where they were going to go, and that's what happened. But anyways, I'm going to bring you guys back when I get to another good part that I think is going to be really interesting for y'all. So, I hope you stick around, and let's do this. So you probably noticed I did a direct cut, it's just because this came up relatively quickly. It's me using the binoculars, which you use with V. It'll actually help you find landmarks, locations, and stuff like that. Unfortunately, it's a snow flurry, and I can't really see... I can't see anything. I don't know what I might have stumbled across to give me this prompt. It's still cool because, you know, when it's no snow flurry, you can kind of see out in the distance. It's really cool. I really enjoy it. There's that, you know, another moose right there just chilling there, acting, you know, all bad, like he's doing his own thing. But where I'm bringing it back again when I get to another part, I thought that would be good to cover with the binocular system, which I thought was really unique and cool. So, be right back. And we are now back, dudes and dudettes. As you can see, I'm coming up on this little bridge-like area. I'm looking around, because now that I'm coming up to this, I kind of wanted to see. But as you can see, the map is not pieced in. I have not discovered any map fragments or anything to piece it together yet. However, I am coming up on what looks like a church. I believe that's a church. And then the house is to the left of it, of course. Super cool. I mean, like, the town looks like what you would expect, kind of a deserted, out in the wilderness, kind of cold town. You know, obviously no one's here. I like how they got some vehicles here to kind of give it a little bit more life. The snowman's a funny touch right here. I'm not going to lie, that was absolutely hilarious. Like, I love the snowman. I tried to steal his nose and eat it because I was hungry. But it won't let you do that. As you can see, you could take a hatchet and break down furniture, apparently, which is really cool. You got some soda and stuff. I decided to consume it just because, you know, I don't know how my hydration and stuff is. I couldn't exactly get to work. I believe it to press O. I'll have to figure it out more as I go over it, because it said to use O, I think. But I couldn't get it to work personally. It might have just been I was doing something wrong. But, you know, I'm going through the house. The house looks phenomenal, I'm not going to lie. And look, right here, we found a fishing rod immediately. It's super cool. You can find stuff like that. Another furniture thing we could tear apart. You know, we got a back door, downstairs door. This is, I'm going to call this the death room, or the close to death room. But it's telling me about how I can sleep and save the game at the same time. There's a nice little stick knife here, which I haven't had a chance to use. I used a stone knife in the other cut, and it's not too bad. Near the end of the game, you'll see me use a stone knife, and I'll cover a couple more things with it, which is really cool. I obviously have the stick knife out because I'm like, you know, gotta be careful, gotta defend myself. Because you can't punch things. Like, you can't fist fight, I'm noticing. That might be a thing when they bring it out more. I started seeing some weird hue, so I was a little bit more paranoid about going outside. As you can see, you can bring stuff over in your backpack. There's some painkillers, as well as some coffee stuff, coffee powder, cooking pot, which it's a cooking pot, so I'm guessing I can use it on a fire or something at some point. I never really got a chance to use it because this save became interesting. I will tell you, dudes and dudettes, this: do not save when you are near death. Unless you want to reload a checkpoint further back, do not save near death, because you'll put yourself in kind of a little bit of a pickle. So, as you can see, I'm grabbing, you know, I'm looting the house. Bunch of stuff. Apple cider, ground, you know, canned beef. You know, I'm checking the house out. I like the double vanity sink. That gives it kind of like a, you know, a couple might have lived here kind of thing. It's more of a vibe. I'm not sure how a fishing pole fit in that medicine cabinet, though. I did find that kind of interesting. It was hilarious, because I was like, how the heck did I pull a fishing pole out of a med cabinet? That's like any other game. You're going to find things in weird places, but it was just like, I was like, what in the world? As you can see here, Sanity becomes a huge thing. I kind of just clicked off on it quickly, and I was like, wait a minute, hold on a second, I missed something. I now have cabin fever, which is affecting my sanity. And as you can see here, I'm going to start trying to consume stuff to try to bring my sanity back up, because I'm like, hey, you know, let's try to bring that back up. Why is it looking red outside? And at this point, you can kind of hear things. It's a little terrifying, if I'm being honest. You know, I go out here, I look out there, I'm like, okay, you know, nothing out there, so I'm fine, right? You know, it can't be that bad, right? Like, I don't see anything, but you can definitely tell, like, you're starting to feel something. Yeah, it's quite interesting, to be honest. You know, I'm looking around, trying to make sure nothing's going on. I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can sleep it back off again. So going back to sleep again. As you can see, we can see our hunger, water there. So, you know, there's a good way to do it. But my health is decreasing because I'm cold. As you can tell, I've got a little bit of sanity back, I believe. Trying to use some antibiotics to try to get rid of this fever and whatnot. It does not work out for me, unfortunately, very well. Trying to heal myself too, and it's just not working out. Nothing's working. But I'm a little bit paranoid, so I'm gonna go sleep in this room because I'm scared. I thought that, you know, it'd be better. It shows my health bar because my physical condition is getting worse. Wildlife and everything, of course, can kill you when you're lower health. You know, my sanity's dropping more. I'm getting a little bit more paranoid as my character's going on, apparently. You know, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on, you know, like, we're trying to figure it out. I don't really want to go out at night, so I'm a little bit afraid because I might run into bears and stuff. So, you know, we're just kind of going through things, trying to figure out what we can do. I'm pressing the buttons to try to check on... Right now, I'm trying to check on my food and stuff to see it. I'm now going back over it, of course, doing a voiceover to kind of check things, and now I'm kind of seeing where I made mistakes at. So, yeah, it's a little interesting. As you can see, my sanity's dropping massively. I've lost 5 sanity due to fever and being cold. And the only option I have that I can think of is I try to sleep it off, maybe. I'm going to keep going through my inventory because, you know, I can't figure out what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, let's keep bringing our sanity back up. Let's, you know, feed ourselves. Be careful, you know, like, maybe we're hungry still. If we eat some more, maybe we'll be fine. Like, maybe that's why my health is dropping. I'm not sure. Totally, it's not the food poisoning. As you can see now, I'm insane. I'm starting to talk to myself, most likely. I can't really tell because I'm doing a voiceover. But these wolf things are interesting. They circle around, and it does not matter where you walk to, they create a constant circle. I also noticed there's a wolf that looks like it tries to come up through the floor and try to attack me. It's really creepy. I had every intention of going outside. No, I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I did not want to go outside and touch this. I did not want any part of whatever's going on out there. As you can see, like up the staircase, you can see that the circle is a direct circle. As I move forward, you know, the circle kind of spaces back. You know, like it's definitely a circle that follows you. You got this thing constantly on you. I couldn't tell if it was doing damage to me. It didn't look like it was. So that might be a little bit difference between Green Hell and this, is that your figments of your imagination don't hurt you. I mean, I was able to sleep, you know, even though I'm insane. So that's a nice little thing for it. But, yeah, you know, it brought up stats for a second. You might want to pause it there just to kind of look at it. As you can see, my sanity's gone away. I'm kind of back to normal. Yeah, like I said, when you talk to yourself, you're not very pleasant about it. So, but I'm going to bring you guys back when I get to another part. So, we'll be right back. And welcome back, dudes and dudettes. As you can see, I'm trying to leave the house because I am at this point, I'm almost near dead, and I'm like, I need something to keep me going. I need to figure out a way to heal my health. I'm in trouble. I go to the house, I make it inside, as you see. I can't, well, maybe I don't make it inside quite yet. I kind of messed up with the door. But I'm like, okay. Oh, look, there's a piece of clothing. You know, it kind of gives me that PUBG kind of vibe, actually, when you think about clothing. It's kind of cool. I like it. You could probably strip it or put it into strips. I think I found painkillers in the Christmas tree, and that was kind of interesting, which was funny. But as you can see, my health is really low. I'm not having a very pleasant time. I'm just trying to find anything I can eat, drink, whatever I can do to stay alive. This room was empty, unfortunately, for me, and then I died. And yeah, like I said, the loading screen's a little long. You know, the first one I think took about a minute and a half. I didn't have it saved to my SSD, so I personally recommend saving it to your SSD personally. That's just me. You don't have to, but that's what I would do. That's just me. Now, the thing you're going to run into, excuse me by the way if you heard that, the next thing you're going to run into is you save when you sleep. Now, if you're almost dead when you save, it can become kind of a problem, but as you can see, I'm already darting out. I'm like, okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. You know, I've got a fever. I've had this for quite a while, just didn't cover it. Of course, I can't go through doors. Apparently, I'm just a little special. I'm going back to that same house because I'm like, I'm desperate. I'm going to get to that save point. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to make it here and sleep on the bed and be fine. And then I died. And then I loaded checkpoint. And it's just funny because at this point I realized where I made my mistake, which is why I'm warning you dudes and dudettes. yeah, I would definitely recommend not doing what I did right here, which you're about to see. Of course, we're in the loading screen. Like I said, it can take a little longer. I would definitely recommend saving it to your main primary SSD. I died instantly as soon as I reloaded. It was kind of funny. At first I was like, ah, but then I thought it was funny. I just thought it was hilarious. So, but I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys back when I get to the next part. So for this next part, I started up a new game, just to kind of go over this stuff with you all. As you can see, I'm coming up onto a fox. Really nice. The running animation's a little interesting. It's not too bad though. I mean, you know, it's a good game overall still. Found a fox in the beginning. I think I found a boar before that, but now I'm going to show y'all. This is where the crafting's at. As you can see, stone knife right there says craft underneath it. This is going to be how you're going to craft all your items. It tells you what you need. You just click craft, which I'll do here in a second. Boom. Instantly in my inventory, in my hand, I mean. So that's going to be how you're going to craft. So it's pretty easy, pretty fluent, not too hard. Like I said, it's a little different, but you know, you get the journal like in Green Hell. If you've ever played that game, it makes perfect sense. So I'm gonna bring you guys back because I'm gonna do one more part, and it's gonna be the combat kind of. And yeah, I'll bring you guys back when I get there. So just one sec. Alright, dudes and dudettes, and here is where I show you the moose that I was talking about at the beginning of the game. When I actually fight it, and he will not run away. So we're going to go ahead and take him on, hit him once, hit him twice. So it looks like he shakes his head a lot in the beginning. He doesn't quite attack yet. However, when he does attack, this man carries a massive wallop, as you can see. However, he's not too hard to kill, a quick couple hits. And then you harvest him for some stuff. As you can see, I'm cutting him up right now, which is nice that you can harvest animals. I really like that. I got 2 bones. No, I got 4 bones, 2 meat, and it took down my sanity some because, I mean, I am using a bloody carcass, or I'm cutting up a bloody thing. But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys in my inventory. I got 2 pieces of meat, and then we're going to go ahead and, as you can see, it takes about a day and a half to go through. And then I also have 4 bones, a moose hide. So you know, you get some decent stuff from killing a moose or other animals. That's gonna keep you alive. But anyways, dudes and dudettes, I hope you liked the review of the video. Please like, share, subscribe, tell your friends and your families. Please check out Northern Lights, made by MadGoat Studios. Thank you once again, MadGoat Studios, for this opportunity to test your game. I really appreciate it. But anyways, dudes and dudettes, stay classy.